Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Dragon Age Awakening. In the last episode, the nobles of Amaranthine all came and swore oaths of fealty unto us. However, it appears there's a bit of a conspiracy to depose us going on. We do need to deal with that. I'd also very quickly like to mention at the beginning, if I sound a little bit off today, I apologise about that, but I am feeling very unwell. I have a huge migraine. I'm very sick. I'm not having a good day today. I'm having a pretty awful day. However, if I don't record now, then there won't be a video for today. I got very behind in my upload schedule, so what can you do? Now then, in today's episode, we are going to be exploring Vigil's keep. We haven't actually had a chance to do that yet.
Of course.
Yeah, everyone can come along.
Yes. Yes.
Let me start my timer going. There we go. You doing okay, game? There you go. Oh, and we have levels. I don't want to deal with that right now. I might as well. Nathaniel, Ranger is good for you. And I think Bard, oddly enough. There's not much point giving him Legionnaire Scout. Shadow is good, but again, I think it focuses very heavily on melee. Same with Duelist, so Bard, I think. And ooh, level 26. I think he should be around level 25, so I'm gonna save this last skill point. Also, Vitality and Clarity. Personally, I like giving my rogues and mages clarity and my warriors vitality. I like my rogues and mages to be glass cannons. What can I say? And, ooh, Well, this bit'll be easy. There we go. Let's get you some animal friends. And let's pick up some of these. Assassin, they're all passives, but again, it's all, let me see. During a successful backstab. Again, backstab deals. And when an opponent, gets killed by a backstab. Nathaniel's an archer. He's not going to be doing any backstabs. Ogrin, anything new? Again, don't know what I'm going to do for your last specialization. 2 points. Oh. But again, doesn't have enough for combat tactics or vitality. So there you go, bud. Anders. To be honest, I don't think I'm going to give Anders any other specializations. Just based on what we know of him from Dragon Age 2, I don't think that Shapeshifter, Keeper, Battle Mage, Arcane Warrior, or Blood Mage work for him. So he's not going to be using those spec points. Oh, yep, absolutely. Thank you. That will absolutely come in handy. Well, we have this statue.
Look at that! Was Andraste really that much of a looker? Don't you think she would have been, I don't know, a barbarian?
Aren't all humans? It's just a statue. Are you looking for realism? It's an icon. I don't think Artin is that racist to be like, aren't all humans barbarians? She dislikes humans. I will admit that. I think even she could admit that. She is a tad racist towards humans just because their memories are so short. Oh, the Blight's over. All Darkspawn are defeated. Meanwhile, the dwarves are just dying. And for that reason, she's kind of like, why the fuck should I care about half of your problems? I'm going to focus on our shit. But I don't think she'd go that far to be like, oh, all humans are barbarians. Rosanna, she absolutely would. But Artin, no. I'm kind of tempted by number 2. You know, number 3 is a good question. It is just an icon, but I don't know why number 2 calls to me. It's just a statue.
Sure, but Andraste was a real person once. Before she up and married the Maker, I mean. What would she have thought of the Circle of Magi? Forcing mages to fight demons, or be made tranquil?
I don't know much about human religion. She was fighting against mages. She'd probably think it was a good start. She'd probably be confused by it. Ooh. I'm disinclined to go with number 1. Just because Artin, at this stage, she's been on the surface for a year. And I think that's too long a time for her to, you know, without lying, say, oh, I don't know anything about human religion. Here's the thing. Artin is very apathetic to the plight of the mages. To be perfectly honest, after what she saw at Kinloch Hold, she's like, what plight? I don't know what you're talking about, because she saw a group of people who had a nice, warm building to live in that they didn't have to pay rent for, who had clean clothes that were laundered for them, meals that were prepared for them, access to the best education and healing in Thedas, and the only price of all of that was that the Templars watched them. That's it. Artin has not been told about Templars abusing mages or abusing the Tranquil. Literally, in the Circle Tower, the only complaint she heard was that the Templars were watching. Always watching. And bearing in mind how pro-Circle Qwinn is, Artin hasn't heard of any abuses by the Templars. So she's kind of like, what plight? I do not see it. You have not presented me with any evidence that anything dodgy is happening here. She was fighting against mages, that is true. Would she think it was a good start? I think Artin doesn't know that much about Andraste to give, you know, oh, well, she only wanted this to happen to the mages. She didn't want X, Y, and Z to happen. Artin can't really go into that. I think out of all of these options, Artin would say that she is confused by what goes on in the Circle of Magi. She sees the circles as a very good thing. You know, you get access to all of these lovely things, yet the mages for some reason are unhappy. And that confuses her. So, just based off of that, maybe Andraste would be confused by it all. She'd probably be confused by it.
No doubt you're right. Seems to me that Andraste counselled men to seek their own path to the Maker, but the Chantry uses her words as a reason to collar us just for being who we are.
I completely agree, but mages are dangerous, yeah. Artin saw what happened at Kinloch Hold during the Blight. She saw the level of devastation and destruction that mages can bring. I would also, just for anyone who is new to my channel, they've joined in at Awakening, I am role-playing the character. These are Artin's views, not mine. Just putting that out there. Please do not confuse the character for the role-player. Thank you. Yeah, I think I have to go with number 2 here. But mages are dangerous.
Sure, but we're not dragons. We can think for ourselves, usually. Oh well. She's still quite a looker for a prophet. I'm just saying.
Ooh, a -3 disapproval, but I think Artin would rather be honest with her companions rather than just telling them what they want to hear.
You're quite the dirty little dwarf, aren't you?
You're quite the dirty little mage.
I do my best. Still, I'm no ale-swilling mountain of belches like you.
And I'm no winking, slack-jawed coward like you.
True, we should form a club.
Oh, Anders. I'm sorry, this makes me so sad because I'm like, I know what happens in Dragon Age 2. I know what's coming. The jokes will soon dry up and that, it makes me so sad.
Did we have to come all this way? It's cold here. Very cold.
It's not that cold. The Wardens have been some of our best customers, and they need us.
I miss my shop. This place is so drab. It offends my sensibilities.
Andraste, preserve me.
I want to use that line more often. It offends my sensibilities. It's so good. It makes anyone sound like they're in a Jane Austen novel. I love it. Hey guys, I like these two. I like Wade and Haran.
Ah, Warden Commander. I represent Master Wade, the finest...
And bloody coldest. I can't feel my fingers.
finest armorer in Denerim. We thought that you might have need of an armorer.
Master Wade, I remember you. The Drakescale armor, right? What brings you here? This isn't Denerim. Master Wade, I remember you. The Drakescale armor, right?
My one glittering moment. The highlight of my career. And now I'm stuck at Turnip Keep.
Vigil's Keep. Vigil! Sorry, Warden Commander. You know how he gets.
I like how nicely Haran is speaking to us right now. Now that we have a title, we have an Arling. Last time he saw us, he was like, get the fuck out of my shop. I hate you so much. Why are you doing this to me? I said it before, I love these two. Of course this isn't Denerim. This is Amaranthine. Let's not state the obvious. What brings you here?
This is a temporary relocation. The Darkspawn are most active around Amaranthine. We thought we could help.
And I suppose the money the Crown paid us had nothing to do with it?
Shh!
Let me see your shop. My men will need armor. Farewell. My men will need armor.
Providing arms and armor for common soldiers. Oh, the indignity. If we are going to be so dreadfully plebeian, I don't suppose Amaranthine has any proper metal. Silverite? Viridium? Or are we back to bronze weapons, stone clubs?
Wade has a point. He's happiest and fastest when presented with a challenge. If you come across any deposits of ore, let us know.
Will do. Let me see your shop.
Oh, of course.
Anything good in here? Also, do we have anything else to sell? Well, Nathaniel has a better bow. So yeah, we can get rid of all of these. So I'm thinking I should probably keep one of these for Artin as a ranged weapon. I'd rather have the money. I'm sorry. I can't help myself. Oh, that's restriction Artin. I'm never going to use that, so that can go. Anything else? Oh, also restriction Artin. Oh, excuse me. Artin, there we go. Where was it? There we go. I kind of prefer Duncan's sword. Yeah, that can go. Armor. Get rid of that clothing. This can go. Keep that for the time being. Oh, that reminds me. Anders. We can give you some better robes. Sorry about that, buddy. So good. And you don't have anything interesting. Okay. Got it, got it. And his buddy. Before I forget, robes. There you go. And he looks lovely in green, I think. And Dworkin. This was the guy that exploded half of the keep. Well, to be fair, he didn't explode half of the keep. He just set off a bomb in the keep. Anders, please don't take any notes. Please don't.
I emptied out my stores blasting those Darkspawn. Once we're done with repairs, we should talk.
Okie doke, buddy. Now then, Sergeant Mavelys? I think that's pronounced Mavelys? Either or.
I don't mean to alarm you, Commander, but it's possible there are still Darkspawn in the Vigil.
The captain didn't mention anything about that. There are Darkspawn still about. Another time, farewell. Question. Number 2 implies that Artin can't sense them. And Artin would find that worrying. Why can't she sense these Darkspawn? What is making them so special that her Grey Warden abilities aren't affecting them? Or aren't triggering, rather. The captain didn't mention anything about that.
Let me explain. You know Dwarf, that mad dwarf's bombs shook the whole keep. Some of the deep cellars caved in. I suspect that there are pockets of Darkspawn below, trapped. In time, they may dig their way out.
I'm good at killing Darkspawn, but not at digging. And if I don't head down, take me to the cave-in another time, farewell. No, we should deal with that very quickly. Because if they dig their way out, and again, these are special Darkspawn that we can't sense, that's another ambush right there. Take me to the cave-in.
Straight away, sir.
Thank you, madam. Maybe it's more that they're so far away.
Here we are. The Vigil goes deep. Real deep. The hallways down here have been crumbling for years and decades. And that blasted Dworkin's explosives didn't do the structure any favours.
Yeah, I'm going... Oh, hello, someone's at the door. And I am back. Sorry about that. It was a flower delivery. Yeah, my grandmother passed away very, very recently, which I'm assuming is why I'm getting so many migraines recently. Oh dear. What was I saying? Back on track. Have the men cleared the rubble? How did the Darkspawn get down here? How far down did the basements go? Take me back to the courtyard. I think I was saying something before the door. Yeah, I'm going to assume that it's not that these Darkspawn are particularly special and aren't triggering our Grey Warden abilities. It's just because they were so far down. Obviously, there's a radius to where we can sense Darkspawn. How far down do the basements go?
No one knows. The Vigil's always been here. Since the barbarians, they say. Who knows what's at the bottom?
Probably the deep roads. How did the Darkspawn get down here? If this place does connect to the deep roads, then they probably just wandered in. Still, would she know? We might as well press her for more information. How did the Darkspawn get down here?
I don't know, but no one saw the Darkspawn approach on the surface either. Maybe they found a way to attack from below.
Yeah, it was the deep roads. All of our problems caused by the deep roads, though Artin would never admit that. Have the men clear the rubble.
You heard the commander. Put your backs into it. This is where you come in. Who knows what's up ahead? We'll be back here.
Okie doke. Ooh, codex updated. The Vigil. Vigil's Keep is one of the oldest settlements in Ferelden, older than Denerim and Qwinn. The barbarians who battled the Tevinter Imperium chose this location for a fortress so that their warning fires would be visible at great distance when Tevinter ships neared the coast. The Vigil has seen battle in every major invasion of Ferelden. Tevinters, rival barbarian clans, and Orlesians have all held her battlements. The Vigil was the first fortress to fall to the Orlesians, and the last to be freed. The cellar beneath Vigil's Keep retains traces of the Avar barbarians. To the Avars, the Vigil was both a fortress and a holy site. The cellars bear monuments to their gods, heroes, and their rare military victories. Very interesting. I do like the inclusion of the Avar history here. I think that's very cool. Ooh.
The whole quiet and stoic thing must get you a lot of action, huh?
I take it you're an admirer, Ogren.
What? No. No. Well, not unless... No!
Good. Then I needn't worry about getting too drunk at camp.
Okay, I like you, just not in that way.
I like how even the other companions are like, If I was a woman, I'd be afraid of getting overly drunk around you. I like how the other companions acknowledge that, and I hate that none of them stop him. Why? Why will no one stop this man, please? Oh, Dahlgren. I run very hot and cold with Oghren because there are times when he is very amusing, and I love his personal quest in Awakening. I think his personal quest in Awakening is one of my favourite personal quests. And it's not particularly long, it's not particularly involved, but I think it's so sweet. And it really shows a lot of his character, the good points of his character, and I love that. But throughout the game, he's sexually harassing every woman he comes into contact with. The banter between him and Morrigan, not in Awakening, in Origins, breaks my heart. Not in a sad way, but I'm so disappointed. I don't know if you remember it, but Morrigan basically says, touch my arse one more time. Grab my arse one more time. I swear to God I'll kill you. And he tries to brush it off as, oh, well, I tripped. And I just reached out and grabbed your arse to steady myself. You wouldn't want me to fall over, would you? And Morrigan rightfully says, I don't give a shit if you fall over. Don't touch me again. And the fact that these women who are under my command are getting harassed by this guy kills me. I hate it so much. Oh God, and a puppy, hello. Oh God, doesn't look to be doing all right. This Mabari seems greatly distressed. Her fur is patchy and caked with dirt and blood. There goes the phone. Again, sorry about that. It is all go in our household. Trying to organise a funeral during a pandemic is not great. I'm gonna leave it at that before I start to cry. Okay. Resume my timer, inspect the dog, survival, try to comfort the dog, leave the dog alone. Let's try and comfort the dog. Success. You pet the dog gently, calming her. You also find a small scroll bound to her. Take the scroll. A woman named Adria writes that she has taken refuge in the lower levels of the keep.
Adria? She was like a mother to me. We must save her.
Absolutely, of course we will. I hope this dog is alright. I hope we can get this dog healing. Because Mabaris are very useful. You know, that thing added to our army, or hell, even just kept around the keep as a pet, that it'd keep up morale. The great strife on the Avars who lived here. Worn inscriptions deep in the bowels of Vigil's keep tell of the Avar clan that settled here. With our warriors unmatched in skill and strength, and here we settled, in the caves carved by the hand of Korth the Mountain Father. Very interesting. Stay safe, puppy, stay safe. I imagine that would make Artin think of Thorin, her own Mabari. He's currently in Denerim, I believe, helping, how do I want to put this? Helping to maintain the Mabari population in Ferelden. Alright, chaps. Oh, you get stunned. And give a spin. Yes. Thank you. Sweet. Kick him. You. There we go. Oghren, get off your ass. Come on, there we go. Alrighty then, we seem to work well as a group. Good stuff. Anything else in here? You?
Yes.
Thank ya. I am not happy with how full my inventory is. And before you say anything, yes, I do realise that there is a personal storage chest in the main part of Vigil's Keep. I don't like using them. I like having all of my stuff on me. I can't help it. I'm a bit of a hoarder.
Of course.
Ooh, West Hill brandy. Notes of black currant with a honeysuckle finish. Also tastes like brandy. I do find the descriptions of wines amusing. I'm not a big wine drinker. Give me a beer or a glass of cider any day. And we have a letter over here. Response from Rendon Howe. Lowen, we cannot afford an insurrection. Put any troublemakers in chains. Do whatever it takes to weed them out. Whatever it takes, Lowen. Do not fail me. I'll Rendon Howe. Ooh, I kind of feel very sorry for Nathaniel in all of this because, as he said, he was away for 8 years. He has no idea what his father was doing. And he wants to think the best of his dad. Of course he does. But, you know, we saw the torture chamber. How dare you? How dare you, sir? Punisher! How dare you stun me? Come on, Artin, kick his ass. Good job. Nice. That is leveled up. Oh, you.
Thankfully. It will be done.
Sorry.
Happy dance.
There we go. All dead, and none of them had the decency of dropping anything. What arseholes. Ooh, what do I want to do? 2 magic, 1 willpower. Thank you. And... ooh. What am I thinking? I don't particularly want to go any further into entropy with Anders. You know what? I think I might focus on primal stuff. Let's get you Flame Blast. There we go. Now then, what do we have down here? We have a shrine to Andraste. A small plaque reads, Andraste was bathed in fire before the Maker's eyes. Okay. Ah! Hidden door. Okay, I'll get to that in a minute. The House of Amaranthine. The House of Amaranthine are one of the oldest noble families in Ferelden. Their lineage traces to the time of Calenhad, when Elias Howe was one of the first freeholders to follow Calenhad. During the occupation, Arl Tarleton Howe, Rendon Howe's father, threw his lot in with the Orlesians. After several bitter battles with rebels, the town of Harper's Ford, an outpost governed by Tarleton Howe, fell to the Kuzlans of Highever. Tarleton hanged. Rendon brought the Howe family over to the side of Marek Thurin and Logan MacTier's rebellion. Rendon's bravery at the Battle of White River, fighting alongside Bryce Kuzland, earned back his family's honour. When King Marek took the throne in Free Ferelden, Rendon Howe was decorated for his service. From Annals of Northern Ferelden, by Brother Bedin, Chantry Scholar. I said it before and I'll say it again. I think this battle is where a lot of Rendon's aggression stems from. I think Rendon strikes me as a man who, the type of man rather, who he sees himself as a victim. You know, he fought in this horrific battle, the Battle of White River, where it's something like only 50 rebels survived. Like, they were thoroughly trounced. He must have seen so many of his friends die, and he survived. And despite being decorated, he never advanced. Bryce advanced. Bryce seemed to be doing really well for himself. Yet, Rendon stagnated, and I don't think he wanted to say, you know, oh, it's my fault I stagnated. Like, he didn't want to do that. All he could do was blame other people, and I think it turned him into a very bitter, ugly person. Like, I wish we knew what Rendon was like when he was a young man, because I would put money on him being a very different person. What was it Arl Wolf said? the man I knew died at the Battle of White River. This battle changed Renan for the worse. And I just find that so interesting. Thank you. Anything else? We have another book over here. Another codex on the Avars. We read this 2 minutes ago, so I'll skip to this bit. Ruadan, shaman of the people, turned from the gods who had ever sheltered him. In his grief, he destroyed the gifts of the Mountain Father and brought us low. Ooh, very interesting. A tale of betrayal, I am thinking. Now then, let's turn this. Aha. Ooh. Very nice. Oh, Tingler. I do like this. I do like this ring. You know what? I think I'm going to take that for myself because Artin is missing a ring. Yeah, I am very happy with that. Good stuff. Now then, I am just about out of time for this episode. In the next, we will continue exploring the basement. Hopefully we'll find a dryer. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.